Thought for 5 is imagine this. You're scrolling through your feed and bam, Apple drops a bombshell event that lights up the tech world like fireworks on New Year's Eve. New iPhones with cameras that could spot a flea from across the room. Sleek Apple Watches tracking your every heartbeat. And a slew of gadgets that make you question if we're living in the future already. It's got everyone buzzing, but amid the hype, one whisper keeps echoing louder. What's next with MacBook Pro? That powerhouse laptop we've all come to rely on for everything from editing epics to conquering spreadsheets. If you're as hooked as I am, drop a quick comment below. What's the one feature you're dying for in the next update? Right now, the MacBook Pro sits pretty as the king of the hill, thanks to that massive refresh we got back in late 2024. Picture this. Apple unveiled a lineup arm with the M4 family of chips, the zippy standard M4, the beastly M4 Pro, and the absolute monster M4 Max. These weren't just upgrades. They were a revolution in a sleek aluminum shell, delivering efficiency that lets you code through the night without your battery even flinching. We're talking the longest-lasting juice in MacBook history, a true game-changer for creators on the go. And under the hood, the base M4 rocks a 10-core CPU, 4 performance cores to blast through heavy lifts and 6 efficiency ones to sip power like a pro, paired with a matching 10-core GPU that turns graphics work into silk. Toss in a starting 16 gigabytes of unified memory, and you've got a machine that's as future-proof as it gets. Sure, the design didn't reinvent the wheel. That iconic 14 or 16-inch form factor dates back to 2021's M1 Pro and Max debut, but hey, if it ain't broke, right? They did sprinkle in a bonus USB-C port and that glossy nano-texture display option for glare-hating artists, keeping things fresh without overhauling the blueprint. But let's fast forward, because the real thriller is what's brewing for the horizon. The M5 MacBook Pro that's got rumor mills churning like a Hollywood plot twist. The million-dollar question hanging over us all? Will it finally dazzle with an OLED screen, that deep black, vibrant paradise we've been craving? Brace yourself. The T from the insider says no, not yet. It's a gut punch for display dreamers. But here's the silver lining. This M5 refresh will be the swan song for the current chassis, paving the way for a total redesign down the line. That OLED glory? It's being teed up for the M6 era, with whispers pointing to a debut as late as 2026 or even kicking into 2027. Yeah, it's a patience-testing wait. Think 15 to 18 months if you're holding out. But Apple loves building suspense, doesn't it? In the meantime, the M5 promises to crank the thrills where it counts. Raw, unfiltered power without a single curveball in the design department. Expect the same trusted ports, the same premium build, maybe just a nudge toward higher base storage to sweeten the deal. We'll circle back to that. Diving deeper into the heart of the beast, the M5 chip is shaping up to be a silent assassin of slowdowns. Building on the M4's 10-core CPU blueprint, those 4 performers and 6 efficiency wizards, Apple's likely sticking to the script there. No wild leaps since they just scaled up from the 8-core days of M1 through M3. But oh, the GPU? That's where the fireworks ignite. The M4's 10-core graphics have held strong since the M2 bumped things up, but leaks hint at a juicy 12-core upgrade for the base M5. Imagine rendering 4K timelines or diving into 3D models with that extra muscle. It'd be a first for the standard Pro, and trust me, it'd feel like strapping rockets to your workflow. Overall, we're eyeing a 30 to 40% performance surge across the board, with the CPU nudging maybe 15% ahead, and the GPU stealing the show for AI-heavy tasks. Speaking of which, remember those mind-bending reveals from the iPhone keynote? The A19 chips flaunted beefed-up efficiency cores and GPU lanes laced with dedicated neural smarts for on-device wizardry. Apple won't sleep on that for Mac. Expect the M5 to borrow those tricks, supercharging everything from photo editing to code generation with AI that feels eerily intuitive. And while we're dreaming up perks, let's talk storage. Because who hasn't grumbled about that 512 gigabytes baseline feeling like a cruel joke on a Pro machine? Fingers crossed the M5 flips the script to a 1 terabyte starting point. Finally treating creators like the heavy hitters we are, without forcing upgrades just to breathe. RAM stays steady at 16 gigabytes minimum, with those 24 gigabytes and 32 gigabyte steps for the power users, since Apple just tuned that dial last year. No fireworks there, but it's a solid foundation. As for when this gem hits the streets, and what it'll dent your wallet? The M5 chip set to strut out by late 2025, starring first in a refreshed iPad Pro to steal the show. The MacBook Pro? It's anyone's guess, but the odds are split down the middle. Reliable voices like Mark Gurman peg an early 2026 drop, say February or March, while other murmurs nudge toward a holiday season surprise before year's end. Could be a staggered rollout. Base M5 in late 2025, with Pro and Max flavors chasing in 26. Either way, Apple's fall cadence suggests late October or early November if it's this year. Mark your calendars. Price-wise, breathe easy. The current model's $1,599 tag hung tough through M3 and M4, and with the iPhone and watch lineup holding steady amid economic headwinds, the M5 should mirror that no-drama vibe. No OLED premium to justify a hike. So yeah, $1,599 feels locked in for the entry point. All in all, the M5 MacBook Pro is shaping up as a performance powerhouse in familiar armor, massive leaps in speed and smarts, sans a screen glow-up we crave, all for the same wallet-friendly entry. So, tell me, are you jumping in for this upgrade or holding the line for that OLED magic? With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time,